Yes, sir.
You mentioned title I, V, D, and E. Where does the money come from? And could there be some people in this room that are paying into it?
Oh,
How do they feel about
you mean
what
the
they done
federal
with that
funds,
money?
Title 4D and Title 4E that come out of the Social Security Fund? You mean those? Oh yeah, they take the money out of our Social Security Fund to pay the Title 4E and Title 4D. So your Social Security money that you thought was, oh my gosh, we're running out of money. That's because we're paying it to states to destroy families. We're paying it to CPS to remove kids, and we're paying it to courts to break up families.
Anybody in this room okay with that?
Everybody's cool with that, right? You want your Social Security used that way? No. Yes, ma'am.
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you aware?
I am aware.
CPS nationwide is one of the largest child trafficking agencies that's out there. And are you also aware? Yes, that's true. And are you also aware that there's a Texas senator that's going to be introducing a bill in the next session to totally eliminate and do away with CPS in the state of Texas?
Yes, and yes. Yes. Like I said, 60%. Yeah, I'm aware of all kinds of stuff. I can't share up here because they've told me not to say anything. No, I live in the boonies. I'm in SD1, so I'm in far northeast. I'm 15 minutes from the Oklahoma border. I'm in far northeast. I'm 2 hours north of Tyler. I am way up in the armpit butt of Texas. No, absolutely. I've been to Beaumont. That's where we met, and that's where we had our first affair. We spent all that time at Oceanside. Did you not tell them? Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I was kidding. So yeah, I go all over Texas. I literally quit doing my job so I could do this because I work with a lot of different organizations, and they didn't have a research guy. They'd go in and tell their stories. They'd be like, show us the research. That's what I am. I'm the walking encyclopedia. Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned how the judges don't require proof in family court because they're not required to require proof. Could a judge go rogue and say, I want some proof?
Oh no, they absolutely can, and they're actually supposed to do that. It says that they're not supposed to tamper with their parent-child relation. It's actually federal law, federal case law. Troxel v. Granville, you do not tamper with the parent-child relationship unless you have clear and convincing evidence of something going wrong. But because I have immunity, because I have discretion, I could ignore the law. I can ignore it all day long. I can walk in and say, hey, Patrick, I just happen to hate white guys. You'll never see your kid again. That is nuts. I've seen children taken away from their parents because they pray with them. And that praying with a child is something that should never happen because kids should not run right from wrong. And that because you prayed with your child, you will not see them again except through supervised visitation. And if you pray with them in supervised visitation, it will be ended and you will not see them again, period. I believe that's a violation of my constitutional rights, but I've seen it happen on at least 3 occasions. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can witness something because I went to the court and I have video and audio of my sons being children, video and audio and coaching about 1 hour long. Judge throw away everything, basically take the words from other side and then take the whole primary custody. So the judge has that, discrepancy can do anything. They don't have to take any video audios. They just listen to one word. But nothing happens for no reason. There's always money associated with that because the lawyer, made a political contribution to the judge. That's why the lawyer always wins, regardless of what.
Well, and in the massive PowerPoint that was beautiful and it was incredible and it was amazing that I put together, I actually linked the Supreme Court Advisory Committee meeting from 2020 in there, and they talk about multiple things. One of the things they talk about is we need to stop attorneys and law firms from being able to donate to judges' campaigns. And they literally said, they're not hiding it, but they're only an advisory committee. They said, all we have to do is look at the money and then we know who wins before we even look to see who won. He said the money, it literally, and they openly talk about it. And they also talk about the vast majority of their judges are completely unqualified to be sitting on the bench and that they need to change the qualifications. So if we know the system is utterly broken, why don't we do it? The problem is the people who need to change it are the ones who run it. Yes, sir.
Hey, Brooks. I already know the answers to the questions I'm going to ask, but it's more for the audience.
Oh, like well, the rest of us are stupid? Is that what you're saying?
You don't know until you...
I'm sorry.
You don't know until you get involved, right? You mentioned that in Tarrant County, which that's where I'm from and a couple of other parents, the associate judge, they do not require transcript person, the person that takes it.
Yeah, there's no one in there
Right.
recording what's being
So one of the
said.
questions, is there a lobbying group for that organization in Austin?
Oh, you mean a transcriptionist or a court reporter's lobby? Oh, actually there is, that's funny.
Yeah.
We've been asking, so some states, so here's the deal. Audio and video in the courtroom, right? How did we get rid of cop immunity? Body cameras. Oh my gosh, when you saw what happened, people were appalled. If you've ever watched the A&E thing, what is it, disorder in the court or whatever, where judges do some crazy stuff, and then they have a little thing saying, so-and-so was removed from the bench 6 weeks after this came out. We've been asking for audio video in the courtroom for a long time. Judges and attorneys are opposed to it because they claim we couldn't do our job. It would create an environment that wouldn't allow us to do our job. But the funny thing is the Texas Supreme and U.S. Supreme Court have audio and video in the courtroom. So it's amazing that the highest courts in the land can do their job with audio and video in the courtroom. But our state judges do not want that. But we also have a lobby, the court reporters lobby, the ones who type the stuff. And if you order a transcript that's going to cost you $20,000, they type that up too. And so they have a lobby that fights against audio and video in the courtroom, because if it happened, lo and behold, who would be out of a job? That person over there typing up the stuff. Because we're only in the, what is this, the 21st century? I don't know, I was going somewhere with that. But yeah, we should just get typewriters back and stuff into the liquid paper. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in 1 minute, summarize, give us an action.
No.
What
No.
Impossible.
Yes.
If something happens in the near future that some of us might know about, and we happen to switch from admiralty law to common law, how could this sweep out all of this judicial?
Oh my God, that is way longer than a 1 minute.
I know.
There's no way to answer that.